Hey, what's going on, guys? Drew Taylor here again. I just want to do another quick live video. As I mentioned yesterday, I'm going to try to start throwing out a few more of these things, just because I believe that there's, a lot of information I've gathered over the years, being an entrepreneur, in the health arena, with my current business, etc. And I just want to take that knowledge and give that back to you, just like my mentors have been doing that to me. So today I actually wanted to talk to you guys about the top 3 ways to keep yourself motivated. And so in regards to keeping yourself motivated, right, there's so many different distractions in today's day and age that kind of deter us from our purpose, deter us from getting things done on a daily basis, and a lot of that stems from lack of motivation. Now, when it comes to motivation, most people don't really know how or why they can get themselves motivated. And so, just like I said, from over years of different experience. What's going on, Aaron? How goes it, brother? Hope you're having a good evening. But from different years of experience, I had to definitely start putting some systems in place if I wanted to actually accomplish, my goals for the day, my goals for the year, personally, and then also for my business. And so, from that experience, I wrote down 3 different topics that I wanted to cover, and I hope that this will, bring some value to you, and will help you get to where you want to be as well. So, number 1, to help keep you motivated. Number 1 for me, and it's always been number 1, is personal development. Right? Personal development is something I do daily, usually at least an hour a day, whether that is reading a book, listening to a podcast, with some sort of influential person, speaker, business owner, etc. I'm also big into audiobooks, and if you have access to my library, you know that. Nate, what's going on, man? Welcome, brother. And so on my Audible, I've literally listened to, I think, like 45 days worth of audio, just because I'm pretty addicted to getting in there, listening on a daily basis, just expanding my mind. Hey, Sarah, how are you doing? Hello again. So, personal development is huge, right? Without personal development, we are typically subject to the environment around us. And I know that back when I was in the corporate America arena, the environment there was not the most positive. Maybe you guys work at a company that was a little bit different than my company, but everybody there was was complaining about this, complaining about that. My kid did this, or here's the trouble I got into over the weekend. It was just always kind of doom and gloom stuff. Just not the most motivating, and definitely not the most positive. And so when you're reading, listening, etc., to different personal development, media, it's going to help keep that mindset where it needs to be, keep you positive, keep you motivated. All in all, right? How can you not listen to a Tony Robbins and not get motivated? How can you not watch or listen to an audio of Jim Rohn or read a book of Jim Rohn and not get motivated? I mean, those guys are freaking killer. What's going on, Kevin? Howdy ho, neighbor. You can probably see me out here on my back deck right now. But, those are huge, guys. YouTube videos are great for that. If you guys use, SoundCloud has a ton of actual audiobooks you can listen to for completely free. People uploaded them. Not sure if, they've actually been, if that's, fully legal or not, but they're on there. So take advantage of them while you can, at least. And so, last thing as far as personal development goes is association, right? Who are you associating yourself with? When it comes to association, you typically are, the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those 5 people are not positive people, they're not successful people, they're not motivated people, then guess what? You're probably going to be the 6th person that falls right in that same boat, and that's not a boat that I would want to be in. So, keep that in mind. Personal development, association, they go hand in hand, because if the people around you are at a level where you want to be, then by default, they're going to motivate you to get you to that level too. So, number 2, for me, and like I said, these are my top 3. You guys might have your own system in place to keep yourself motivated, but number 2 for me is exercise. Exercise is such a huge thing, and Kevin, I believe you would agree with me there. I know that you're hardcore into, you know, the marathons and maybe even triathlons. I'm not sure. I just know that you're a very, very active guy. And so exercise is huge, right? You know, actually a couple months ago I read a book called The One Thing, and it's kind of about accomplishing one particular thing, keeping yourself motivated and accomplishing one thing at a time, and doing it the best way possible. The One Thing, if you guys want to look that up, it's by Jay Papasan, and he wrote that book. And what he talked about in that book was that we only have so much, you know, a certain amount of like motivation for the day, right? You know, or willpower, so to say. You only have so much willpower each day, and that, you know, your willpower is highest in the mornings. Your motivation is highest in the mornings. And so once you know, you're kind of going through your normal grind, whether that's, you know, hitting social media in the morning, you know, getting caught in traffic, whatever that may be, etc. All these things, they pull away motivation from you. Even if they're not actually productive, they're still pulling your motivation away. So keep that in mind. The things that you really want to get done, you need to do them first thing in the morning. So if you can't, right, if you do not have the ability to do things or a lot of things before work, one of the best things that you can do is to refill that motivation tank, or to refill that, you know, that daily, what's the word I'm looking for here, that daily momentum, etc., right? Best thing that you can do is go get a workout in, right? Staring at a computer all day, all that's going to do is just zap your energy from you. It's going to zap your motivation. And so you need to do something, kind of shake things up, give the brain a little bit of a break. And so for me, that's exercise. You know, preferably something high intensity, something that makes you sweat. Because when you're sweating, when you're pushing yourself past your mental boundaries, that is when you're truly kind of rebuilding that motivation tank. And so, yeah, it's just really one of the best ways to clear your mind and kind of get a clean slate for whatever you're going to jump on next. So what's going on, Benton? Welcome, brother. We need to kick it soon. I meant to text you earlier today, but here very, very soon. And number 3 of the top 3 ways to keep yourself motivated. Number 3 for me is create a routine, right? Routine is kind of like a hack for motivation, because if you have a routine and you're religious about sticking with it, then by default, even if you don't really want to do something, guess what? It's time to do it. It's you know, it's 8 a.m., it's 9 a.m., it's 10 a.m., whatever it is, that's the time that you're going to the gym. That's the time that you're, you know, journaling each day. That's the time where you're making sales calls, whatever that may be. So having a daily routine really helps keep you in line. And when you're in line and you have all that stuff mapped out, then you don't really give yourself any excuses. And, you know, excuses is, you know, that's one of the biggest motivation killers. You know, putting it off till tomorrow. What you can do today is only going to slow you down. And so, you know, motivation, keeping your motivation high, you got to have that stuff written down. You got to have, you know, a daily plan, your daily method of operations mapped out, so that you can, you know, continue to excel and continue to grow. Keep yourself motivated to hit those goals and achieve those dreams, whatever you have set up for yourself. And if you don't have that stuff written down, guess what? It's not going to get done. You know, a mentor told me that you want to write your goals down, because if they're still up here, then they're never going to manifest into, you know, this world. So until you get them out on paper, out of your head, you know, through the hand, through one of the methods of transmutation, that's the only way they're actually going to start manifesting. And so, what else do I have here? Yes, so I'm not super great about keeping, you know, a schedule. So, you know, one of the best things for me that I have done is I set calendar reminders, actually, you know, sometimes on the hour, in order to help keep me, you know, on schedule with what I have planned for the day. If I don't do something like that, most likely I'll fall behind, and, you know, then nothing gets done, right? Because then I'm playing catch up all day. And so set phone reminders for the most important things of the day, and then by default they'll be getting done. Otherwise, that alarm's going to keep going off and going off. You know, you can keep snoozing; it's going to keep going off, but eventually you'll get it knocked out and you'll get it done. And last but not least, you know, it's kind of hypocritical, you know, for me to say since we're on Facebook Live here, but avoid social media as much as possible, especially when you're at your most productive hours, aka the morning, when your willpower is the highest. Avoid social media, right? These apps and programs have been designed to give you dopamine releases, right? They're designed to, you know, give you rewards, right? To work on the internal reward system within the body, right? When we get text messages, when we get Facebook alerts, etc., it's almost like taking a drag of a cigarette by the chemical reaction that happens within the brain. So if you can actually abstain from using social media, you're not only going to get more done, be more productive, etc., but you're also not going to mess with your reward system. That is, telling you get happy, you're happy, you're sad. You're not going to be all over the board. You'll be more consistent. And thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it, brother. We'll definitely keep dropping these for you guys. And hey, Beth, how goes it? Thanks for jumping on. But yeah, guys, that's really those are the top 3 for me. There's other little hacks that I used along the way. If you have any other questions about that kind of stuff, drop me a message and I'll try my best to get back with you as quick as possible. But hope you guys found some value in this. I'm going to, like I said, keep doing these, keep providing value just from the different things that I've picked up over the years, just because, I understand how the law of attraction works, right? You put out good things, you get good things in return. So if I can continue to help and touch that many more people, then even better, right? It's the ripple effect in essence. So I'm going to keep dropping pennies in there if you guys will keep picking them out. So everybody else, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.